You guys were up late last night, I guess. You there in the House of Representatives. You passed a new version of the SAVE Act. So,
We did.
so tell me about that experience, and tell me tell me what's in the SAVE Act.
Yeah, so now it's the Save America Act.
Yep.
So Safeguard American Voter Eligibility America Act. And so this one is really straightforward. This is about protecting our elections, our federal elections. And so it does a few things. It requires any voter to show a photo ID when they cast a ballot. So absentee and mail-in can attach a copy of their ID to the ballot, so that's taken care of. It requires states to obtain documentary proof of U.S. citizenship in person when registering an individual to vote. So also pretty straightforward. And it requires states to check for non-citizens and ineligible registrants on their rolls monthly. So this one is a very straightforward, protecting our elections. When we think about this, it's about not just securing elections, but restoring trust, protecting against foreign influence. And you think about all the times an ID is required: buying a beer, picking up a prescription, renting a car, boarding a flight. You go through, there's many others. And across the country, voting in American elections has not been one of those. So this one is pretty clear cut, and excited and honored to have voted in support of that.
It is interesting. So there was a SAVE Act that was voted and passed months ago in 2025. And now the new SAVE Act is, as you said, the Save America Act, with all of these just common sense. I mean, this stuff is just, and I realize that I'm a, frothing at the mouth conservative, and I want a credible and fair and free elections. But all of this stuff does seem to be common sense. And what do you think is going to happen in the Senate, though? Because the problem that we have is that the Senate, because this is like a stricter version of the original version. The original version, as you know, it was only providing ID to register to vote. Now, in the Save America Act, they are saying that you need ID to actually vote every time. Love about the voter rolls and all that other stuff. Is there a feeling in Washington, D.C., generally speaking, though, that the Senate is not going to be able to get this done?
Well, it's a great question, Dan, and I think it's a question we're having on a number of things to include, and I hope we talk about it too. But on the DHS appropriations, there's a real question there. I think it was one Democrat that crossed over and voted with us last night with Republicans on this issue, and this is a better than 80-20 issue. There's a Gallup poll from October of 24 that 84% of people favor providing photo ID at their voting places, 83% providing proof of citizenship. I mean, this is what the American people want, and it's really staggering to me that Democrats are not jumping on board to support this. To your point, this is very common sense. This is about election integrity. It's the fundamental premise of our republic, and we should get this right.